Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. Sunshine Shoulders is a channel geared toward the new man and woman who's never been to the Philippines before, but who's contemplating a trip here for slow vacation or to rejuvenate. My 11 years of being affiliated with the Philippines doesn't make me an expert, but it does give me a unique perspective, and I like to offer that to the new man and woman, or anyone really, who can make your trip here safer and more enjoyable. I'm boots on the ground. I'm in the center of all of this. It's for your benefit. I'm not on the edges like a lot of these other vloggers that you hear talking about the Philippines. I live among the locals, and I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty. That's just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. I'm not going to start today. Enjoy my video today as I talk about my trip to Bacolod, and also pump your brakes, guys, about this foreign invasion. It's actually going to be an Asian invasion. Thanks again for stopping by. Enjoy my video. Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. And I'm going to give a special welcome to all my new subscribers and all my new viewers. I mean, I've received several over the last few days, and I'm really grateful. I'm real thankful. And I really appreciate you stopping by however you found my channel, because I don't think there's no algorithms going on or anything with my little channel. So welcome. And I just want to kind of go over my day today. I went to Bacolod City. I had to go to Bacolod City early this morning. I got up about 5 o'clock, caught the bus about 6:30. It's about a 2.5-hour bus ride through the mountains to Bacolod City to do my renewals. The first time I ever went to Bacolod, because if you've been following me, you know that I was down in Zamboanga City in Mindanao, and it's a breeze. It's the easiest there. They do everything for you in the Bureau of Immigration. All you have to do is sign and date, tell them how many months renewal you want. That's it. It's the best in the Philippines, bar none. So a couple of months ago, because I extended right before I came here, September 17th. So it was going to be good for October, November. December 5th, it was due. So I said, let me go on and go and get it over with. And I was kind of worried because Bacolod has become this hotbed for COVID, not only in the Philippines, but in the Western Visayas region, which is where I'm located. And I said, man, you know, I'd hate to go up there, you know, just to renew my visa and then contract this COVID-19. I really don't want to, you know, go, but I didn't have a choice. And plus my ACR card was due to renew too. And that's going to cost you about 3,000 pesos, which was a shock to me today. But I'll talk a little bit about that. But anyway, so I get to Bacolod, you know, I'm already nervous, I'm already trembling. And, you know, mind you, I just did a vlog yesterday on how sympathetic I was toward the Philippines and how the pandemic has affected this country. How, you know, put people out of work, closed businesses, you know, like it's doing all over the world. But in the Philippines, you know, being a third world country, you know, it really affects places like this. Of course, the tourism industry. So I get to Bacolod, man, it's like they just slapped me on both sides of my face. I mean, people were not wearing masks, they weren't wearing shields, they were not wearing shields. And see, in the Philippines, you have to wear mask and shield. Here, I mean, there's no, you know, in America, that's my rights, and they take you to court and to whether they got to have a mask mandate and all that. No, over here, you know, there's a mandate. You have to do it, you know, and most people do it. But Bacolod, I was shocked. I was like, when I got there with so many people, because they're under GCQ, that's one of the levels. The Philippines has 4 levels. It's sort of like the color-coded stuff that the United States had after 9/11. And you know, depending on the level is the severity. So the same thing with the COVID. And they're on the, you know, GCQ, which is the next one up from the lowest, which is MGCQ. But still restrictive, you know, you're only supposed to be out for essentials, and people under 15 and under and 65 and over, you can't come out at all unless it's an emergency. Well, I get there, man. I mean, it's packed outside, you know, at the bus station. And I'm shocked, man. I mean, I was like, wow, you know, don't you people realize there's a raging pandemic and you're right in the middle of it? And it just didn't seem to matter. Half the people didn't have on masks. And I mean, no less than 2 people touched me today. I mean, intentionally touched me. I'm not too good to be touched or anything, but it's a pandemic. That's one of the ways that you contract the COVID-19, close contact with people. But I was asking for directions, and they reached out and touched me just to show me where the CR was, the comfort room over here. And I was just thrown back. I was like, man, you know, because I was reading a meme somewhere. I don't know if it's on YouTube, I don't know if it's on Facebook, but it says, we moved the COVID. If we sat still, the COVID would set still. You know, we carry the COVID everywhere we go, you know, so, but Collard was acting as if they got a direct call from the president over here and saying, hey, the pandemic was over. And so I got that done and I was happy, man. I got back and now I just gotta wait, you know, hopefully, you know, I took all my precautions over there. And if you have to go to Bacala to get your, if you've never been there before and you wanna go, or you have to go to Bacala for your visa renewal, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's smooth. You know, Zamboanga's the best, but, and then Tacloban down in Lady, but then I would have to say Bacala, you know, based on the size of the city. I thought I'd be there all day. I was in and out of there in about 20 minutes because I was the 3rd person in line. If you just go there and you're the only person, it takes about 5 minutes. I mean, they're really quick. So you'll like that. And, you know, on this, you know, while I'm on this immigration thing, I know people are, you know, they're licking their chops, foreigners, to get back over here. And, you know, everybody's talking about this foreign invasion that's coming to the Philippines, but, you know, you better tap your brakes, you know, because, you know, it's not even going to be anything like that. You know, the Philippines, a couple of months ago, they had already come out with their protocol on how they're going to reopen anyhow. You know, you may have read it, you know, the Department of Transportation, they said, look, we're going to do it in a safe and gradual manner. You know, we're going to get the domestic tourism up and running first. And they haven't even got that up and running. I mean, you can go certain places, but I mean, domestic tourism is the backbone of the industry. See, that's what people don't realize. You know, only 8 million people, 8 million foreigners visited the Philippines last year. And how many of them was return visits? So this is a country of 107 million. So they have to get that up and running first. But let's talk about this foreign invasion that everybody is predicting is going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. Not like you think it's going to happen. They're talking about safe and gradual, and they put some stipulations on it. See, the Philippines said this: we're going to open up and we're going to create some travel bubbles, some travel corridors with countries in the region who have generally been successful in containing this COVID-19. So you can read into that. Korea, China, Japan, New Zealand, you know, Taiwan, Singapore, those places like that. Because Korea is the #1 country that visits the Philippines anyway. They're the #1 tourists. Okay? Followed by China, then followed by the United States, then Japan. Okay? But remember, they put in there countries in the region who have generally been successful in containing the COVID-19, where everybody knows, #1, the United States is not in the region. #2, they haven't been generally successful in containing COVID-19 or anything else. So, and they're talking about this just for these countries in the region. As these other countries start opening up too, the second half of 2021. So this foreign invasion is really going to be an Asian invasion of the Philippines. I don't want to be the one to bust your bubble because I didn't do it. I didn't set the rules. But that's how they're going to do it, safe and gradual, starting with the region, countries that are successful in containing the COVID. And then, but first they got to get the domestic tourism up and running, which they haven't. I'm over here. I'm telling you, Boracay just opened up last month. And hell, who can afford to go to Boracay if you're from the Philippines? Because that COVID test, you have to have that, which that's going to run anywhere from 4,500 to 8,500 pesos, unless you live in Makati. Now they've got a place that's 2,950. You need that. Then you need a medical certificate from your doctor or from the city health department saying that you're well enough to travel. Then you need travel authorization for the PNP, the Philippine National Police. Then you have to have your hotel reservations made up front. And also you have to buy your plane tickets at least 2 weeks in advance. So what typical Filipino can do that? They've got a long way to go just to get that up and running. So pump your brakes, guys. I want to see you over here. It's getting lonely as hell over here, but it's not going to be a foreign invasion. It's going to be more of an Asian invasion, and it's going to be gradual. I'd say the United States is probably going to be one of the last countries to be let into the Philippines. And they don't care about your money. You got Chinese are spending a lot more money than Americans. Trust me. Koreans are spending a lot more money than Americans. Imagine twice as many Koreans visited the Philippines than America. Of course, it's 4 hours away. Okay, but I'm just saying, temper your excitement. It's going to open, but it's going to be gradual. It's not going to be this foreign invasion that everybody's talking about. It's not going to happen. The Philippines doesn't have the healthcare foundation, the infrastructure to be able to withstand something like that. A bunch of infected foreigners running around here with free will infecting the locals, then the hospitals are overrun and they can't do it. They have to open up slow. So, pump your brakes. I don't want to be the one to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm going to give you the nitty gritty, guys. I'm just going to tell you how it is. I'm boots on the ground here. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat it. Pump your brakes. Save your money. Go to some more places if you like sunshine and beaches and everything like that, because it's going to be a while for this Philippines to open back up, man. It's just how it is. They healthcare infrastructure, all their infrastructure would not be ready to just open up the gates and say, open up the floodgates and say, listen, everybody come on in, welcome back to the Philippines. No. This place couldn't handle something like that. They're smart over here. These people aren't stupid. Trust me. They know what to do. Remember, their hospital infrastructure is not ready. None of their infrastructure is ready for that. So it's going to be an Asian invasion initially. The Western countries, America, Britain, the ones that, let their guard down with this COVID-19, they're going to come on the back end. It's a lot of countries that don't want Americans visiting, man, and I thought I would never see the day when that would happen. When countries would bar Americans from coming, man. Our passport has slipped way down the list, man. We should be in the top 5 consistently. We're out of the top 5 now, man, because of the COVID. And it doesn't matter if you believe in the COVID or not. I'm not one of them conspiracists. Okay, I believe it. I've had family members die from COVID. Okay, I know it's real. So whether you believe it or not, they believe it's real over here in the Philippines. Okay, they're very conservative over here, and it's going to be a slow process. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you're in America, it's early. You're probably still in bed, so I'm going to speak to your subconscious mind. When you get up, and you go out to get your first cup of coffee or your morning paper, you see somebody on the street, buy them something to eat. Buy them something to drink. Give them a couple of dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see you next time.
Absolutely.